Hooray, it's resume day! First thing you should know about my resume is it's 3 pages long. How long is that? Too long. We need to take some things out. You're going to hear me say relevant a lot in this video. Is that really relevant? Hashtag relevant!
If you look closely, you can find my name and contact information in the top corner here, but it's not really easy to see. Then I have an objective. Is this necessary? Not really, if you think about it. I'm applying for a job, right? It's even more unnecessary if I include a cover letter. I'm only listing my last 3 jobs, but that's 5 years of employment for me, and that's a good amount.
Pause here. How far should your employment history go back? The rule of thumb is about 10 years. But ask yourself, is it relevant? Include jobs that show the employer more of your skills, but don't repeat yourself. For example, if you were a fry cook for 5 different restaurants over 2 years, most of the skills are probably very similar. And it needs to be fast and easy to read. My resume is in paragraphs. Not good. Put the details of your job in as bullets, and keep it between 3 to 5 bullets.
The next sections of my resume are my activities and awards.
I may have overdone these ones.
I listed pretty much everything I have done over the last 5 years. This is too much stuff. I need to condense and generalize more.
It has been 2 hours since I saw you last.
Okay, so my contact info and name are much easier to see.
The better to offer me a job, my dear. Just a note about email addresses. We have all been soccerstar_flame325, but you are trying to get a job. Make sure your email address is reflective of the fact that you are a professional. It's a good idea to have your name or your business as part of your email address.
I made my job descriptions more reader-friendly with the bullets. The first bullet or 2 really is to describe what the job requirements were, and the next couple are your chance to talk about how you went above and beyond.
Talk yourself up a little bit, you know?
After employment comes your education and training. Again, if you have a lot of stuff, make sure this section is relevant to the job you are applying for.
For example, first aid. Always a good idea. But say you are applying to be an administrative assistant. You probably don't need to include your clown college certificate. And if you're not sure, just ask someone. Objective opinion is good.
After education and training, this is where you put your community and volunteer work. This gives the employer a glimpse into what kind of person you are.
But it's just a glimpse. You don't need to include how you volunteer to wash the dishes after dinner. Again, make sure that it's relevant to the job you are applying for.
Finally, have a space for references and list them as available upon request. Why?
Don't waste precious space on your resume. But have your references ready on a separate piece of paper whenever you go to drop off a resume or go in for an interview. One last thing.
Go all the way to the top of the resume. This is where you throw out the best of the best that is you. You only get a few bullets, no more than 7 really.
But this is where you have about 5 seconds to grab the reader's attention and convince them that it's worth it to continue reading. This is an ideal spot to talk about awards that you've won if they are relevant to the job that you want. When employers write a job description, they are writing a wish list. This is your chance to grab their attention and show them that you're actually a really good fit to that wish list. You may even want to go as far as using words or phrases that were used in the job posting, but you don't have to. Also, try to give specific proof as to why you're good at something, ideally from previous experience. And if you think that your resume is ready, make sure that it's honest. Read it out loud and find someone else to read it for you. That's pretty much everything for today. I hope you found all this relevant to your job search. See you later.